Hey guys, welcome back to Lux Biz. I'm Tatiana, and today I have the pleasure of having Bradley Sutton here with me today. Bradley is the success manager at Helium 10, and we're going to share with you how to find profitable Amazon products using Helium 10. So Bradley, thank you so much for being on this video with me today. Do you mind sharing a little bit about yourself before we dive in?
Sure. Thanks. Nice to meet you. And for you guys out there wondering who is this guy and why should I listen to him? Well, I'm nobody special, but that's part of the reason why I think I resonate with a lot of people. I came from nowhere. Like, maybe 3 years ago, I really wasn't, into Amazon. I was working for a company that was selling Amazon, and then they didn't open many things up to me. They didn't really tell me how things work. They just had me do like the logistics of the company. And I split with that company, and then I just dedicated myself for a whole year just learning, taking all these courses on Amazon, and I became a consultant for Amazon sellers. And long story short, I became an expert in like keyword research and launches for products. And I personally launched over 400 products in the last 2.5 years before I joined Helium 10, which was last year. And I came on as the success manager. And now I do all the training. I help all the affiliates. I do all of the live broadcasts and live videos for Helium 10. And the whole Amazon game, I guess you could say, is really my passion. And I love spreading the knowledge that I've learned and also helping other sellers, rise to the top. That's what we say at Helium 10, Helium helps you rise. So that's what I'm helping you do. And through these videos that you'll see me on, it's not just, I'm not trying to push Helium 10. I want to give you guys tactics and techniques that you can use regardless of the tool that you're using, or even if you're not using any tool. I know you're going to be able to come out of these videos with a little bit more knowledge on how to, search for products, how to validate them, whatever the case may be. And love to hear the feedback. So is this going to go on YouTube?
Yes, this is going on.
Yeah, so guys, please make sure to comment on these YouTube if you guys have any follow-up questions, and I'll be sure to get to them.
Oh, that's very generous. Thank you.
All right, so today we're going to talk about how to find a product to sell on Amazon. And a lot of people, I'm sure you get this, Tatiana, but a lot of people ask sometimes who are new to the game, they're like, hey, I've heard that it's impossible now. There's too much competition. Everything is saturated. You get that a lot, right?
All the time.
Yeah, so the answer is no. There are some categories and some places, of course, that yes, it is very competitive and it would be difficult to scale as opposed to how it was like 3 or 4 years ago. But there are still thousands of niches available. For example, first of all, before I go, are you a niche or a niche pronunciation person?
I'm niche.
Okay, good. I am too, but then sometimes I say niche and then people are like, what's niche?
I never know which one is like appropriate, which one's right. I think it's just, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you and I are on the same boat there. So that's good. All right. So there's thousands of niches that are available still to sell on Amazon. And so the question is, how do you find them? So let me share my screen here and show you the process. So
I love screen shares because we can actually see exactly what we're talking about instead of just talking about something.
Exactly. All right. So you can see my screen now, the Helium 10 screen. All right. So you can see Blackbox, right, in my screen?
Yes.
All right. So Blackbox is our product research tool. Helium 10, as you guys will know throughout these videos, we have the most extensive tool suite. This is just one part of it. We actually have over 25 tools in our entire suite. So this is just one small part of it. Now, here's a trivia question. Some of you users who have seen my videos might know the answer, but I bet Tatiana doesn't know this answer. How many Amazon products do you think we have in our Helium 10 database? Just a random guess.
I have no idea.
Guess, just throw out a number.
Like 10,000.
10,000, all right. Tons more zeros. We've got 450, not 1,000, million products. That just blows people's minds, right? You think like 10,000 sounds like a regular number, right? But we have millions of products in our database. Actually, the most Amazon products in our database other than Amazon itself, basically. So basically, if it's out there, you're going to find it here in Helium 10 Blackbox. Now, I like to search at category level. So Tatiana, is there a specific category that you would like me to search for opportunity in?
I really do like the fitness category.
Okay, so that would be like health maybe?
Yeah.
Or sports?
Let's do sports instead, yeah.
Okay, sports and outdoors. All right. So we're going to do sports and outdoors category. Now, I like to search. I mean, and again, everything that I do here, it's not like to say it's the right way or it's the wrong way. All right. This is just my way of doing things. We have tons of filters. Whoops, I lost my page. We have tons of filters that you guys can use right here. And you play around with them, and do whatever filters that you like. All right. But this is just the Bradley method. All right.
Mm.
Me personally, I like looking for things that have an estimated sales volume of at least $10,000. All right. Now, this is just me, but I'm looking for a product right now that's already selling at least $10,000, but has some characteristics that either makes me think that there's low competition, no competition, or that maybe something I can improve on. So that's what I'm looking for. The price I'm going to do is, like, let's say just between $15 and $25. Now, just a little bit of background why I'm picking this price. Again, you guys pick whatever price you want, but I want the retail to be around this price. Now, why is that? If I have a product that retails for like $9 or $10 with shipping, yeah, I might be able to sell some good quantities, but if you think about the 15% Amazon fee, your manufacturing fee, the cost to get it to Amazon, the cost for Amazon to ship it to your customer, I mean, your profit margin is probably going to be pretty small if it's a $10 product. So I like to put 15 minimum. At the same time, most of us are not millionaires. We don't have just hundreds of thousands of dollars that we can just put down on a product. So if I had a product that was like $60 retail price, maybe it costs me $15 or $20 to make it. And then if I have to do a minimum order quantity of 1,000 or something from a factory, well, we're talking about an investment of, more than $10,000. So a lot of us, I mean, me personally, I can't afford, just to put that kind of money down. So that's why I'm limiting here the price of the product that I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Now,
especially with your first product.
I'm sorry?
Especially with your first product.
Exactly. Especially with your first product. Now, if you're just like some stock market millionaire and you have all the kinds of cash, well, actually, you should go after the $60 and $70 products for that reason, because most of the people who are like us are not looking for that kind of product because they can't afford it. So there's less competition. All right. But I'm just trying to make this video for the majority of us who are not all super millionaires. All right. Now, let me get into this part right here, review count. So, Tatiana, I know you're out of the country right now, but when do you normally live in the USA?
I actually am from Canada, but I do spend some time in LA every year.
Okay, Canada. So when you're in Canada or when you're in LA, are you shopping on Amazon yourself as a buyer?
In Canada, I would shop on Amazon.com. Yeah. But not on Amazon.ca.
Okay. So I know maybe it's been a while since you purchased something, but what is something that you searched for on Amazon last as a buyer, completely separate from your seller mentality?
I think I bought a squat pad for when you're doing squats, like the barbell pad for the gym.
Squat pad for weight bar?
Barbell pad maybe is better.
Barbell pad. Let's see. How do you spell barbell pad? Barbell. There we go. Barbell pad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe, when you search for it, you had something that looked like this. Now, if you saw, let's say, okay, now if I'm looking here, you see this 1,292 reviews. You've got 816 reviews. What else do we have here? We've got, and then, okay, so let's say you had those two, the 1,200 reviews and 800 reviews. And right next to it, you saw this that had 6 reviews. All right. Psychologically, from a buyer's mentality, which one would you have felt more comfortable clicking on of those 3? 1,200 reviews, 800 reviews, or the 6 reviews?
This is a trick question.
No trick.
The more reviews, because there's more social proof.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that sellers make sometimes is they try and think too much from a seller's mentality. But all of us who are sellers, we're probably buyers too. I mean, we all have Amazon accounts. We all buy stuff. And you got to put yourself in the customer's mindset. So if you saw a page that had 1,200, 800, and then 6, well, just automatically you might think, I'm going to pick one of these. So if we are on a page, like, if we are trying to sell an item where everybody has these number of reviews, and we're just coming off with a brand new product that only has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever reviews, it's going to be hard for us to get clicks, because the buyer's mentality is they're going to pick the one with the higher review. All right. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say, show me something that has a max review of 90. All right. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is, how about this? Where's that one that was 6? Okay. Now let's say you had one that was 19, one that was 72, and then that one that was 6. Now, still, maybe you might be more likely to click on the 92 or the 19, but isn't the difference, why is this microphone just like dying? But isn't the difference a lot less than 1,206 as opposed to 19 and 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe you would click on the one that was 6 because like one that has 6 reviews, 19 reviews is kind of the same. So that's what I'm looking for. Is there something that's selling well that has less than 90 reviews? Now, let me see what else here. All right. Trying to see. Okay, perfect. This one is 4. I'm just trying to look at some bad performing ones here. All right. So if you were on this page and you saw, here we go. You saw one that had 5 stars. You saw the one that had 4.7 stars. You saw one that had 4.5. And then you saw this that only has 3.3 stars. Regardless of the count of reviews, again, which one would you probably, my God, this thing's attacking me. Which one would you be more likely to choose?
Probably the 5 stars.
Yeah. And why do you think most buyers are probably the same as you? Like, why does that make sense?
It gives me more certainty that the product I'm going to receive is good quality, that it works, that I'm not going to have negative feedback, because most of the other people who have left a review left a positive one.
Exactly. So again, that is something that just makes sense. All right. So if I'm going to say max 3.5, so what would this tell you? Now, here's where we start getting tricky. All right. Let's say I could show you a product that's making at least $10,000 a month, but maybe it has less than 3.5 stars. So maybe it only has 3 stars, but it's still making $10,000 a month. What might that tell you? Like, what might you think then? Or what might that imply, would you say?
It just tells me that there's a lot of demand and people are still buying it, even though the reviews aren't great.
Exactly. So that could mean one of 2 things, in my opinion. Maybe you can think of others, but in my opinion, it's like either one, everybody has bad reviews on that niche. Like everybody's got 3 stars or 3.5. So it's like, it doesn't make a difference. The ones that with bad reviews still get sales. Or number 2, maybe this is the only option for whatever reason. And like, there's no competition. Right. So it's gotta be like one of those 2 things, are the main reasons. So again, that's definitely a product that I would want to look at. Like, why is it getting 3.5 stars? Because does that mean that if I come in with a 5-star product, guess what? I'm going to be able to steal some sales. This whole exercise is kind of like, how do I find a product that I can steal sales from? All right. One more thing. Let me just look at this. One thing that I can do on
I love that you're sharing this, because this is what I talk about when I talk about finding those golden nugget products.
Exactly.
Because oftentimes I'll review people's product lists, and it's like the same products time after time. It's always the same products, but you have
all
to get
garlic press or spatulas.
Yeah, very, very generic, but you have to get niche and you have to kind of think outside the box. And with a tool like this, you can literally input this information to pull these results for you rather than just skimming Amazon and hoping to find something.
Exactly. Now take a look at this. This is a pretty nice listing. They've got, I like that they're making good use of emojis. They got a muscle emoji right there, and tons of images, different angles, lifestyle shots, a lot of lifestyle shots. That's great. All right. Now compare this with, let me see, this. All right. Now, which one would you more likely to buy? This one or this one?
The red one.
The red one. And why?
Because it just provides more images. It looks more professional. It gives me more information about the product. If I'm buying something online, I want to read and I want to see as much information as possible because I'm not able to physically touch it and look at it and inspect it. So the other listing just doesn't seem as good.
Exactly. And usually if you see something, if you can find a listing that only has one image, usually that means the seller doesn't know what they're doing. And the listing itself is also bad. And like, look, this is a very bare bones listing. I mean, look at this product description. This is it. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So usually if you can find products that only have one image, that means their whole entire listing is bad. So again, it's a very similar thing. If I can find a product that's making $10,000 a month, but only has, let's say, 3 images or less, well, again, might be the same thing. Maybe everybody else has only bad images, or maybe there's no other opportunity, or there's no other competitors out there, so this one gets all the sales.
Yeah.
Either way, if I come in with 7, 8 images and a great listing, another way that I can come in and steal the sales of this customer. So let me go ahead and look here.
This is extremely valuable because this is how you find these special products. And this is quite common where you see manufacturers, they just throw the product on Amazon because they heard about Amazon. They know you can get more sales, but they have no idea about how to enhance it, how to improve it, how to optimize their listing, nor do they pay someone to do it for them. So you have these like crappy listings up there. And this is an opportunity for you to come in and be like, hey, well, there's demand here. I can see there's demand and I can improve it. And so that means that I could get the higher rating and my sales will increase.
Exactly. And a lot of these things are very similar. Whatever tool you're using, it has a similar feature. So even if you're using another of my competitors' tools, that's totally fine. But just make sure you think about it in this way, because so many people approach product research in the wrong way. The one thing that I think is unique to Helium 10 is like the number of images. I don't know that if other tools have that, but it's also, excuse me, it's also a very powerful way that you are able to have visibility on listings that are not optimized. So I'm not sure if we're going to find any here. Excuse me. Oh, wow. I found 3 products, which is kind of surprising because this is a pretty narrow search. Like, I'm literally looking for products that doesn't just have one of these, but has all of these wrong with it. So I'm actually surprised I was able to find 3 products here. Now, is this, I'm assuming this is a brand name, maybe? Skunk?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, probably a brand name. But let me just show you guys. It looks like the BSR is very low or high right now. That means that the main one that was driving these sales is now out of stock. But let me just show you guys how to read this, all right? So for example, this Beachbody obviously is a brand name. I don't want to look at brand names. I'm looking at private label. So I would have changed, some of these so I can look for more private label. But let's just, for this video, let's just pretend that this is a private label product and just to show you the process of what I would do. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to take a look at the product. All right. It meets those criteria. It has less than 90 reviews. As you can see right here, it only has 58. It has less than 3.5 stars, just like I said. It has 3.3, and it only has 2 images, right? Which are pretty terrible images. And just like I predicted, if it only has 2 images, usually the listing itself is also garbage, which it is right here. Like, this means nothing to me. Let's take a look at their
bare minimum. They
have some EBC, which is kind of nice, but even their EBC is not very good looking. All right. So the question is this how do we validate this as a niche that there might be opportunity? So what I would do is I would be like wondering what maybe is driving the sales of this keyword. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and I'm going to look into Cerebro, which is our reverse ASIN lookup tool. Now, Cerebro, what it does is if I paste this here, this was doing maintenance this morning, so I hope they fixed it already. Good. Looks like it's working. All right. This is going to, I'm going to show you just real quickly. We'll make another video really in depth on this. But what I want to do is I can actually see with Helium 10 where they are ranking for in the top 306 positions. So there's 1,229 keywords that they are ranking for in the top 306. All right. Now here's the thing. When you bought something, what was that thing that you searched for? Barbell pad, right?
Yeah.
If you went to this barbell pad, let me look how many pages there are. There's like 6-7 pages here of results of 40 each.
Mhm.
Did you find what you wanted like on page 6 or 7?
No, it was probably the first one, first page. One of
Yeah,
the
it's
first
probably the
results.
first. I mean, that's what I do too. I mean, ain't nobody got time to look at 6-7 pages. I mean, maybe my mother. My mother is like the biggest bargain hunter in the world. So she'd probably be the person who would sit and go through 20 pages of Amazon search results if she knew how to use Amazon
Yeah.
to try and find something. But 99.9% of the population, we're just like looking for stuff on the first couple pages, maybe page 3, right?
And to
So,
be honest, when I'm looking for a product like that, I'm such an efficient person. I'm like, okay, it's got good reviews. It's on the first page. I'm buying it. I don't even read the description or anything. I just add it to my cart.
exactly. And so many of us are like that. You're not unique in that. So from Blackbox, I saw that their estimated sales are around $20,000 to $30,000 per month. So my question would be, is like, wow, they're making $20,000 to $30,000 a month on this product. But my question is like, what keywords could be driving the sale? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, is the keyword competitive or not competitive in order for me to decide, am I going to go with it? So my question, the logical question is, if this product with this terrible listing is making 20 to 30 grand, where could some of their sales be coming from? And Amazon doesn't tell you exactly. I mean, Amazon doesn't even tell you your own listing. Like, hey, 50% of your sales are coming from this keyword and they're coming from this keyword. All it does is like, if you're doing PPC, yeah, you know where your sales are coming from. But PPC is only maybe 20 to 30% of your sales. You have no idea where these other sales are coming from. So what I'm using, like, let me just give you an example. Here's a keyword right here: band exercises resistance. All right. So this might seem relevant. You know, this might seem okay. This is a resistance loop, but it is ranked 305. All right. That means that for me to find this product on this search term, where did I find it? Where is it? Band. Yeah. This search term, I would have to go to like page 16 or 17 or something. So here's my question to you, Tatiana. Do you, they're getting $20,000 to $30,000 worth of sales. Do you think a big part of their sales are coming from this keyword being on page 20?
No.
No, exactly. Because nobody other than my mother is going to go to page 20 to find this. So with Helium 10, what I can do is I'm going to say, hey, show me where not only are they on the first page, but they're like on the top half of the first page. All right. So now I'm going to hit apply. And now I have 244 results. Okay. So, but here's the other thing. All right. Here is one where they are ranked number 1. So that means they are page 1, position 1. All right. But the estimated search volume per month is only 17. That means that we estimate that somewhere between like 10 and 30 people a month are searching for this. So like not that many people. So here's my other question. Loop resistant bands, 9-inch. They are page 1, position 1. But do you think they're getting a lot of their sales from this keyword?
No.
And why not? You're absolutely
There's
correct.
only 17 searches every month.
Exactly. All right. So the next filter I'm going to want to do is show me something that's searched for like at least 500 times, let's just say. And now I have an interesting list of keywords here. Now look at this. Beach body resistance bands searched for 1,200 times a month. They are page 1, position 1. Do you think they're getting a lot of sales from this keyword?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Everybody who searches for this word is seeing it the very first thing that comes up. Plus, it's searched for 1,200 times a month. Now, the reason why this is the reason why we don't use search for brand names, because I could have, you probably could have predicted this as well, and I could have, that I knew that the top searches is going to be Beachbody, because that's the only way a listing like this can really get a lot of sales. But you guys can get an idea. Let's just say this wasn't a brand name keyword, all right? The same theory actually applies. So what I would do is I would like, wow, this keyword totally is a nugget keyword. So let me look at this. All right. So now this comes up under beach body resistance bands. All right. So then at this point, how do I validate it? Again, we're playing make-believe, and we're imagining that this is not a brand name. All right. But we use the same process. Then I use X-ray, the Chrome extension, to just take a look at page one. Because if my competitor is getting a lot of sales from this exact keyword and my product is going to be similar, I know that I need to get sales from that keyword too. So I know what this guy is doing, but the question is, what is everybody else on page one doing? So I know how difficult or how easy it is for me to get to page one. So let's take a look here. Beach body resistance bands. And then what I do is I take a look at the organic results. This SP, these are sponsored. These are people trying to get on this page, but I don't care about them. I'm looking at what the organic results are. And then here. So here, this has the estimated sales. So 1,100, 20,000, 1,000, 13,000. So for me, right off the bat, I'm like, wow, this is kind of a competitive area, because for me to be able to play with this keyword, I would have to have some pretty serious sales velocity, because look at the big players here are in the thousands. Now, one thing that makes me feel a little bit good is look at this one. It's only 64, and they're like page one position, like 5. The other thing I look at is the rating. All right, here's the one that we saw, right? 3.5. If I saw a whole bunch here that were 3.5, that would make me feel good. And there actually is one that's 3. There's one that has 0 stars, but you know, it's average. What I would have liked to see, if a whole bunch of ones had 3 or 3.5 stars. The next thing I look at is the review count. All right, now this one actually is pretty good. There's only 2 guys who are absolutely killing it with the reviews, 8,000 and 4,000. But look at number 1 and 2 only have 58 and 19. This is the kind of thing that you're looking for, where the top organic positions, they don't have that many reviews. So that if I come in here with like 6 or 7 reviews, it doesn't look so bad, you know. But if everybody had like 8,000 reviews, then I'd be like, well, that would be impossible for me to get any clicks. The other thing I look at, the number of images. And again, this is something unique to Helium 10. And I look at this. The very top 2 organic results only have 2 images. So to me, hey, there's opportunity here that, you know, if I come in with 5 or 6 images, it's not like every single person has 8 or 9 images. So again, that shows opportunity. But this is just really briefly, you know, something that, you know, would take you or should take you hours to do. This just shows you the process. This is just one product, all right? Then I go back to Blackbox. I change my filters. I look for another one. I keep looking for another one. I might find like 8 or 9 products before I can really find one that is good. And then I'm like, wow, okay, now I know, can I be profitable selling this? Because if you try and get into a garlic press or a kitchen spatula or collagen peptides or tactical flashlight,
Yeah.
you'll see everybody on page one has like 3,000 reviews. Everybody's selling like 5,000 units. So like those, don't get into those markets. You're looking for the ones that other, you know, big sellers are not really, you know, concentrated on now.
Yeah, for sure. That's extremely valuable. I mean, I do coaching for people, and I can't even express how often people struggle with the product research phase, because like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like you mentioned now, it's just the same products that keep coming up. And what I do is when they send me their list of products to review and give feedback for, I actually do exactly what you just did. So you did a great job at explaining it. But I use Helium 10 and I actually search for their product. I use the Chrome extension. I go into the web app and I basically do the research to see, okay, is this a profitable product? And then I give my feedback based on that. But it's extremely valuable to make sure that you are looking at, okay, what are the reviews? Like how many reviews? You don't want products that have so many reviews because you're not going to compete with that. And I think sometimes people do the opposite. They look for the ones that have high reviews because they're saying, oh, there's a lot of demand here. But really, that's not necessarily the best way to go about it. It's like you want to be able to compete and you want to be on the first page, like you mentioned, because most people aren't going to go to the second, third, fourth page to buy your product. So this is extremely valuable. And the fact that all the tools are inside Helium 10 is really cool too, because I know in the past I'd have to use like so many different softwares to do this research, which
That was what I used to do when I was a consultant for Amazon sellers before Helium 10 had all the tools.
yeah.
I would have like five Chrome extensions, and I would have one tool for my inventory, one tool for my financial tracking, one tool for keyword tracking, one tool for keyword research, one for I mean, I had like $250 worth of subscriptions, all these Chrome extensions that were slowing down my Chrome browser, and then Helium 10 came along. I was like, whoa, everything's in one. So boom,
Yeah.
I get to cancel all these subscriptions.
Yeah, it's so much better. Yeah,
So
that was
you
great.
actually have a discount for users who are interested, right? For
I
Helium
do,
10?
yeah. So if you guys are interested in trying this out, you're going to get 50% off your first month. I'm going to link the discount code below for you guys. The reason, if I would just say try it out, because you're going to get 50% off your first month. So you're going to get it at a great discount. If you don't like it, then you can cancel your subscription. If you do, continue. But I'm sure you're going to love it. So at least try
Yeah.
it for the first month for that 50% off.
And it's risk free. Like even if, like, let's say at the end of the month, you guys are like, you know what, Amazon is not for me. I'm going to sell on eBay, or I'm going to sell on Etsy or something. All you have to do before 30 days, just ask for your money back. And even though you're already getting the discount, you'll get the other 50% back too. So it's risk free. But I really think if you're serious about selling on Amazon, take the tools for a test drive, and you can ask Tatiana for help. You can ask me for help, here on YouTube, or tag me on Facebook or something, and we'd be happy to help you guys.
Yeah, for sure. So I believe the coupon code is LuxBiz, but I will link it in the description. I'll also pin it in the comment section for you guys. And if you do have questions, the best place to ask is in the comment section. So it's much more efficient for you to ask there than to send an email, because I'll be active on there. I'll answer questions, and Bradley also volunteered to answer questions. So that is a great place to go. And this is a video that I would recommend you watch twice, 3 times, because there was so much value here. So thank you so much, Bradley, because the way that you go about product research is very unique, I think. And these are things that are taught in a course that people pay for. So you delivered a lot of free value today. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I hope to come back to the channel and interact with your users. Maybe if you guys do a whole bunch of questions in the next video, we can talk about some of those questions live or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, you guys post your questions below, and then we'll talk about it. We are going to be doing more videos together to share with you more Amazon FBA tips. So make sure you tune into that. Hit the bell symbol on my channel so that you do get notified when my videos come out and you don't miss any valuable information. All right, guys, thanks for joining, and have an awesome day. Bye.
Thanks.